And we are live. I think so. Connect, streaming. Yes, okay, excellent connection. Well, I'm very proud, very happy. Now, I think I'm get my finger open into another. Hmm. I have another screen there, I think, for the chat and the comment, but I don't understand how to. Why my live. Allegedly live. There it is. Codewars, greed is good. So yes, I can. Oh, there we go. Not pause it. Well, can just put it like just mute it, I suppose, and then get there. This is one thing I can't get ready beforehand, though. I have another screen there, I think, for the chat and the comment. Right, okay. Let's get back to where I was. We're ready. At this time, I'm actually going to transition to the next OBS scene and get here. Right, Code War Greed is good. Greed is a dice game played with 5 6-sided dice. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to score a throw according to those rules. We have an array with fixed 5, but okay, so we've got a roll, score a throw. Oh, score as in, yeah, okay. Figure out the scores of a throw. Oh, ah, I can't mutate the input. Python will technically allow me to do that, so I should watch out what I'm doing. So I check a copy of the list if I'm planning to change it. But should I? I mean, should I? I suppose I should throw the. I should like score the largest essentially of those as long as they don't conflict. We'll find out. Um, okay, so immediately uh, let's go D equal list dice. Now I need to be doing this. If I do D equal dice, this will just like equate the pointers. It will make, the pointer for D point to the same pointer as dice, meaning that if I change stuff in D, it will also change it in dice. This is what they said about mutating the input. So I don't want to be doing this. What I do is I call the constructor of list, which is construct a list using a list as an input. So it makes a deep copy. So yeah, it copies every element of the list. Okay, I now have the list. My test cases are kind of like there, and how am I going to handle that? I just go for the. How would I check that I've got three? How would I check that I've got three? Come on, we can be a bit cool though. I thought if I'm going to use a terminal, what? I want homebrew. That's always the best one. Why do I? I'm surprised I don't. Yeah, a new homebrew window, please. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. I feel like a real hacker now. All right, Python, not command, not found. Fine, I'll just go to Replit, I guess. Like, I just want a Python console. I thought probably Sublime, just an ID or whatever, or just a REPL. Any REPL will do. Okay. Hmm. Bubble sort. Unimaginatively. So I was just like, if I'd like to do something like this, I know that I can do a if substring in string that works, but I don't know if I can do like in using strings on both sides, if that makes sense. That will make sense. Just want to test it. Put the REPL. I should have gotten this running. So okay. Um, one is one in. That's not going to work. It would expect like nested lists to 3. That's false. But if I can do I could do all of this comprehension, all the item in D. So bracket. Yeah, something like, so I need, okay, let's say my D, let's say that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And if I do, I want all of, I in D for I in. This is a list comprehension for I in, and then I do the, say, so if I want to do 3 ones, well, let's try it like this first. This should evaluate to true. It doesn't because I've messed up the parentheses. I need another. Yeah, that's the list comprehension for I in, and then the list, and then that's the, sorry, close the list comprehension, close all. That's true, right? So if I do, this will verify that, so 1, 1 isn't. Ah, no, because then I need to pop it out because I've already used it. Because this will, if it allows reuse, right, this will check that each of the, what this does, right, is that if I do this, this is a list comprehension which is going to go I in D for I is going to build a list containing I in D of whatever I in D evaluates to, D being having been defined here, but I being an iterator for I in the list. That's why this for syntax, right, for element in list shows up in actual fors, but crucially shows up in list comprehensions, which I need to do this video about specifically about this comprehension, which I'd call the darker arts, not even the dark arts. So this returns a list of booleans for all that thing. So 1 and 2 are in there, 1 and 3 will be in there, but if I do 1 and 4, it's true false. And then if I do all of this, this means that there's also an any. All needs all of them to be true, so that's not going to be the case. It's going to be false. And any will just want any to be true. In that case, it will be true. But I cannot do that because, well, it depends. I can probably do it for, no, because you're looking for like triplets and ones of, thing down here. Now, to start with, the singles are always like much lower values than the treble. So I should seek to match trebles before I do anything, and I should seek to match them in the order of value because for obvious reason, right? So to check that I have 3 ones in there, I will I'll do a multipart in. I want to say, right? So I'm going to say. I can't find a better name off the top of my head. A multiple n will tell me whether like L1 sub super to be honest, I don't really need well, it isn't true if each element. Oh, okay. Let's start with. Let's be vaguely sane here. Returns. There's bound to be a more Pythonic way of doing this. More than one. Uh, they all need to be there, right? Super needs to, right? Supers needs to two. The return. I've started the doc string, so I will finish. So what I'm doing here is that like for okay, ret equal we don't even need to actually don't even need to initialize red here for e in super. If e not in super, no, if e in super, then we're gonna is it remove Python pop remove element item by value, yeah. This is going to be super inefficient, but it's quite neat Pythonically. Remove is the name of it, right? So if the element is in here, I'm here. This is very small, actually. I think I don't know if like, okay, right. If S is in super, um, I will super dot remove S. Else, I will return what you don't do. You don't do indentation automatically, Codewars editor. I'll return false. If I manage to fill in if the loop is finished, return true. This is the thing that I didn't really need to make that into a function, but I just want right. So uh, okay, so we've got D, and this will modify D. The beauty of it is that this will kind of pop things out. So the calling context when I call it, so it's if if 1 times 3, if multipart in, this is such a daft name, but yeah, if multipart in, why is this not a function? D, total is 0. So if we've got 3 ones, t plus equal 1000. So it's 5. So I could not have more than 1 threes. So I don't need to, having on this one, it's at most what there is left. It's I have at most 3 ones. Well, I have most one set of 3 ones. I can have 5 ones, but I can't do 2, they can't have 6 ones because only 5 dice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't need to do an LF because all of those things are kind of just run in sequence, because particularly the scoring of the ones might be compatible. So this is kind of an LF technically, because if it's 3 sixes, oh, I see what they've done. Yeah, I could probably kind of thin the logic a little bit by yeah, and just kind of keep pasting this line essentially. Okay, but with correct indentation, please. Okay, now 5 is 500, and 4 is 400. 3 is 300, relatively consistently, and 2 is 200. Okay, and then whatever's left, and then 4 n I. Well, it's not the kind of n, like, more like n for it's a number for D, no, because it's D for n in D. Now at this stage, if the contained free of a kind, they will have been removed by the remove within multipart in. I really hope I can nest functions, or I could call a function and define another one, and then which means we do for n in D, if n is equal to 1, we will t plus equal 100, and if, well, it's an elif here really, elif syntax, n is equal to 5, colon, it's the else, that's just got the colon, the straight up colon, boom. That's t plus equal 50, right? And then simply return t. Okay, if I'm gonna be, yeah, I don't even, 100%, wow. Yeah, no, in super, S in super, what do you mean super? S is not defined. Sub in super, yeah, fine, sorry, yeah. And you remove sub. Ah, but sub, nah. Okay, for E in sub, if the element is in super, then from super we remove the element. Okay, that's better. Um, Interesting. 400 should not equal. So this didn't match the. How do you find 400? So they didn't. It looks like multi-parting doesn't work. Um, okay. I'm going to write my own test. Dot. Okay. Multi-part. Oh, I guess you define this. Those are defined as method underneath A. Yeah, I see how they're doing this. Multi-part in. Uh, no, test assert equals. Oh, sorry. No, it's just test. It's the Python test package. I'm not completely hallucinating. Test assert equals. So assert equals is going to try and do an assertion, which is verify that it's true, otherwise break. So you try that it's equal that multi-part underscore n of 1. I mean, I'm guessing it's because of, might this be this one that puzzles it? I don't know. So my substring that I'm shaking is a 3 of a kind of ones. And actually, I do want it larger. I can't see anything at the bottom of it. Up, brighter screen as well. Okay, multipart in this, in, which is the first one, 111. Well, I can paste it wholesale. Oof, and this should return this. Okay, and then test. Multipart it is, multiparted. Multipart underscore in. So it's not defined in the, oh, I'm going to import everything. Test it. So the test package need to import this so it can call it without. Okay, false should equal. So it's not. Yeah. So that should be equal to true. Actually, I'm not testing the right thing. That should be equal to true, and it's equal to false. So my extra little test case. Well, that needs to be fixed first, right? So multipart has the problem in that I've given it 3 ones like this rather than like that, but it still fails to return true. So now yes, false should equal true. Why does it not return true? For E in sub, if E in super, oh, that's better. Ah, still no. Return false. Ah, no, but I shouldn't. How would I test this? I mean, can I just? Uh, this is. I don't have a debugger in there. I mean, I suppose I could just import this in proper ID and print E. You know what? Just output. Do I not see? No. Is there like a had? So yeah, is it deliberately meant to be like coding without a debugger? Hmm. Oh, but that's because, wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay, I don't know why. I think I came back from another coding thing where I was using string. Those should be numbers, obviously, not bits of string, right? 6. I can't believe, yeah, 5. I could have been looking for the bug for a long time. So I guess I am a bit tired. Well, that's good. That way, we know I'm wrapping up the live stream after that. Oh, hi, Sam. Yes, I'm doing the thing. And I only got it like 4 minutes later. Sorry about that. I think he's gone. It's fine. I'm not, I'm here to kind of be watched, not to watch. So this, of course, will not work because again, this should be 1, 1, 1 in here, right? And if I test this part, yeah, like this. Could have butchered the comma. Yes. Now my mini test, my supplemental test, my extra test for multi-part in works. Ah, 0 should equal log. Oh, so now you do. So it removes stuff, or is it what it's removing, or 0 should equal 250? Is it the second one? The second one. The second one. 5134. If I'm not really clear. So it's find 2 ones and removes it, but on the returning false. It finds the 5, it's find the 4, it finds the 3. It's this one, right? But this is when, yeah, it feels like it's not adding um, it's not adding the singles, right? Because this one is like you only score via the singles. The other you score, I guess, via the triples. Of on this one as well, that should be 0, and it is 0. That's fine, but that should be 250, 200 for each of the 2s, and 50 for the 5. So come on, this one, don't need that, but I would like to see the state of the list once I've done the thing. So after I've removed whatever I had to remove from it, um, well, the first one, yeah, and mm, um, don't understand whether this is still running on, because I don't understand why the log could have this when if it's only calls multi-part n, it shouldn't hit my print line. Uh, okay, so that's the problem. It's more complicated than I thought, right? So I need to remove stuff from the list. So I can't use multi-part in. Well, I'll use something similar. I'll do it in line. You know what? But when I'm counting 3, I need to check. I can't count the same one 3 times, right? But once I, um, but if I can't fully, right? So no, actually, if multi-part in, if I can't fully match, so if I can't return true, I should restore D to what it used to. So I'm going to make a copy of super. So L equal list super. I can't believe this. This is going to look. I bet that I'm going to be ashamed of how ugly it looks as a solution. So before I return false, I will say that actually super. We need to restore super to whatever it was. So I say super becomes equal to L. And this is a straight up becomes equal. So the pointer to super will now be the pointer to L, which was a deep copy of super. Uh, and now this should, well, now this should work. I keep saying it all the time. It couldn't match any of it, so I don't know how it's managed to remove all of this stuff. So it doesn't seem like it restores it. Um, so I would put like an else. If we couldn't match the triplet, we need to restore. I need to do it here. I'd say like d equals list dice again, essentially, I guess, which I would do by selecting like from this if and yes, multiple, multiple, multiple. Kind of want the last one as well, though, right, don't I? But that's fine. I'll do it later. I'll copy it in. Okay, and before that, actually do an else. And that else would then be, I couldn't match a free of a kind, so I'm going to just say, let's restore the copy, deep copy of dice again. And then just have it as well here. Oh, this is has been cocky around like, well, 5Q, voila. Orcs. All right, so now the first one is fine, but now I'm counting them too much, clearly, because when I counted, uh, that's the log. So this is kept clean, right? This is logged at this stage. So here we're gonna think. Now here we shouldn't have. Because they. Okay, yeah, I need to facepalm. Sorry, I just need to. I need to. I see why. It's that the gap where like you understand why this is broken, but like you don't know yet how to fix it, and because you're not seeing immediately, because it doesn't really come with it. The point is that if I match two triplets of one, then I'm happy because I've removed the triplet of one from the days. There has to be a simpler way of doing this. It's like, can I be bothered? Because I've had a tendency to get stuck in. So if we match a triplet of one, we don't restore the list. But then if we fail to match the next triplet, then we will restore the list, which means that by the time we hit that, I'm counting the free ones again. Fine. You know what? Just forget about this. I know. No. Yes? No. Oh, okay. How about, right, so D, how about tuple? D, okay. And I say, if I say is one, no, we had the same problem. This tells me whether it's in it. It's like what to do if it's in it. That is the problem. That's false, which is interesting. Well, no, because like it's not in the tuple, that's right. But I could do again any, like, I want all. I suppose I in D for I in the. Will that work? I can build this conversion from a tuple, probably. I'm not doing the right thing. So it's the all of this, all of a list that's correctly terminated, and then close the bracket. And that is true. Okay, but the tuple doesn't really help me. I wish there was a neat way of like, because like it can only be one. They're all mutually exclusive. That's why it should all be it. Did I just say it should just be if, but I did it all flat because, well, we moved it. Yeah, I don't. Okay, so what about, okay, oh, let's see. I can probably, can I pull this off? I forgot the last one as well, to be fair. So I want to go here and turn this into an elif. in one word, please. So all of those conditions are mutually exclusive. I can only have one of those, right? And so uh, do I restore? Yeah, and do I restore? I did restore. Didn't I? Did I not? Did I? I seem the restore didn't work when I put it in the there. It doesn't seem to work when I'm in the sub function, like in the multi-part. Super, super. Let's not. I don't necessarily need to remove and rest. Do I? So how about I do copy every time, right? And do okay. So how about well, okay, just no. Uh, just gonna make a copy before I. That's gonna replace it everywhere. That's fine. And then so it removes it to find them all. But then if it returns false, it doesn't touch super because the super yes, and that was gonna pass. But then they counted twice again. Because then this is the part where I want to say that if, so that would be, how would I match this? I would put it in between kind of like, yeah, like I did last time, right? So I need to kind of match the elif and then command the it a couple of times and then go back here. And then on that new line here, and then remove. Oh, wow, that is ugly, but it works. Ah, but yeah, it's not gonna be free everywhere. That's the problem, is it? Can I do a multiple remove? Okay, so I have D, right? D is here. Can I do D? Yeah, with some string in there as well. Okay, D is equal to 1. I don't know why I was doing lists of like digits as strings. D remove, please work. Can I do? Wow, it takes a zero argument. You couldn't figure out that. Can I like? No, because again, it would remove a sublist, right? It's can't just don't understand. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. Just yeah, that's fine. I can deal with that. I can handle any unpredicted. That's the one. That's 6. That's oh, I could like I could test what's the score equal to, and if it's any of those number, I know which number we matched, and then there's obviously many ways to do it. At this stage, I look forward to seeing the solutions. I'm frankly regretting, I'm not gonna lie, but the things that I did the small one in just 10 minutes, and that was a 5 as well. I was like, oh, that's fine, nothing to worry about. I guess everyone's different and gels with different parts. And then the 200 as well, we kind of we d dot remove 2, and we do this 3 times, and then I test it. Ah, that's better. Okay, we'll attempt it. Cool. Excellent. Well, that was a long one. Well, was it? I'll have to look at what's the stream looking at. Started 34 minutes ago. Well, that felt long to me. Ooh, what? Mm. I didn't mute myself yet. That happens. So, so this becomes the value of 1, and then this is the value of 0. And so this value of 1, the value of 2, the value of 3, the value of 4, the value of 5, the value of 6. And then for each of those, so we count the number of those and we build. That's clever actually. That's probably smarter than I should have done. And then you can just decrement. Oh, I feel bad now. Why not see that? Of course it's meant to be. Oh, hello. Yeah, and then there's this guy, right? I say guy. I mean, unfortunately, my industry, their industry. It's not my industry anymore, technically. Ooh, that's an interesting take. What's going on here? The first, the no, zero ones gives you zero, one gives you 100, two ones give you 200, three gives you 1,000, four gives you. So it spells out all the possibilities. Well, not all of the possibilities of the roll, but then how many, like the value for each of those we count, and then this count. Look at that, this count in there, right? There's something called count, which does. Um, well, hold on. What's not count? Count. Some form of an earl, presumably just local nobility. The Python count. Yeah, you count and like how many of them. There's going to be zero cherry and can tell you yes. I Pep 8. When's Pep 20? Shortly after, presumably. List comprehensions. Yay! That's yeah. They added dictionary comprehensions in Python 3. Um, okay, I think that's. I mean, I like the solutions. This took far much longer. Oh, hello. Yeah, of course, the Knights of the Lambda Calculus. There's always someone doing in line 9. Score is the lambda d. It's not even abiding by. I mean, just like this is like just really being gratuitously pithy because that's just to save on the def line because like the point. A lambda is an anonymous function, so it's this idea of like you can pass a bunch of stuff without having to make a variable out of it, right? You can just put in value in there, but you can't do that for functions. So functions are first-class objects, but you can't really, if you don't have their handle, you can't really do this. Well, that's why lambda, which comes from lambda calculus, which is the first programming language essentially, but that's from a in mathematics and with just like typographic replacement rules, and all of the functions are anonymous. This was invented by Alonzo Church in the 30s. He was Alan Turing's PhD advisor. So So as a Turing complete method of universal computation, lambda calculus predates the universal Turing machines, as I'm keen to repeat. So that's the lambda residus, and to D will return. So that's the thing. It's return 100 minus sum of I plus 9 multiplied by I being equal to 1. So when you I plus 9 multiplied by I being equal to I, for I in range 7, if D count I, using count again, is larger than 2, what is clever 78? Clever but not easy to read it. Sorry, what? Yes. Even best practices. Yeah. I will absolutely subscribe to this. From collections with pound counter. But why would you need to have counters? There's like a count. There's a items dot count. I don't know. I think that might libraries are pretty that. Anyway, we did the code war. That was good. That was fun. Had one viewer. I am streaming the right thing. Yeah. Okay. Fade. Oh, hold on. I can even do goodbye.